So in this video, we're going to take a quick dive into direct debits on the calendar. So let's just get started. If you see add event at the top, just tap that and you will see an option for monthly debits. So just tap into that. All right, so it's a pretty standard page. You'll be able to enter the title of your debit and amend a few things like the start, the end date, the cost, and add any notes. Okay, so I'm just going to say pet insurance. Let's just say it costs £20 per month. Right, so there's a couple of things you need to be aware of when you're making a direct debit. The first is that, say for example, your direct debit, you've marked it as the 31st of every month. Just bear in mind that for months that do not have 31 days, such as February, what would happen then is the direct debit would default to the 28th, which is the last day in the month. So again, just bear that in mind when you're making your debits. The other thing to note is that if the end date and the start date are within the same month, so you can see, for example, here we've got February 2023. What that will do is it will treat the debit as continuous and it will just be infinite every month until you add an end date. So let me just show you an example of that. So I'm just going to add this pet insurance and go back to the diary. All right, so go back to the monthly view. So you'll see here, February 28th, we have our pet insurance. And if we go to March, we'll see that on the 28th as well, and April, and so on and so forth. Okay, again, you can also see this reflected in the admin page. There's a new sort of column for direct debits, and you'll see here that the direct debit is being applied to every month. Okay, so you may get to a point eventually where, for example, your pet insurance changes. So what I would advise doing in that instance is to add an end date to your pet insurance. So say, for example, your cost was going up, after April. So you might just put a cap in there, save that, okay, and then we'll see if we go back to the diary. And just go back to our monthly view. Okay, and you'll see here, if I go beyond April, the direct debit will no longer be there. So what I would suggest in that instance, if say for example, the cost of a debit was going up, make sure you add the end date and then just create a new instance in your calendar when a cost goes up. Otherwise, you can just leave it as continuous. So hopefully you find this to be quite useful. As I said, the goal in 2023 is to really start looking at sort of the bookkeeping side of your business. And I'm really looking to add more tools such as direct debits that are going to help you manage your business that much more efficiently. All right.